Being a collegiate fisherman, one of our biggest dreams is making it to the national championship. We fished three collegiate trails, so against colleges from all over the U.S. So this is not an easy feat. I was blessed to be able to make it to two out of the three national championships my first year on tour. As we travel to all the different states and lakes, we get to make a lot of memories and meet a lot of people. We also go through a lot of hardships, and at times we wonder why we do what we do. Well, this tournament cannot define why we do this any better. It was the night before we left to go to Gilbertsville, Kentucky to compete in the FLW College Open. This was one of our last chances to make it to the national championship this year. I was packing my bags and I had gotten a phone call from my partner Alex. He said that he had fallen and hurt his ankle pretty badly and that he was on the way to the hospital to get some x-rays. I waited by the phone that night to hear the verdict from the doctor. When the phone finally rang, Alex told me that he had just rolled his ankle, and I had a big sigh of relief. I finished packing my stuff and getting the boat ready to leave out that next morning. We had finally gotten on the road and was leaving Guntersville for the 4-hour trip to Gilbertsville. We hadn't made it across the Tennessee line when we hit our second bump in the road. We had gotten a flat tire, and that cost us about 45 minutes. We thought to ourselves, man, I hope this isn't going to lead to a lot more troubles along the way. Little did we know that was just the beginning. We had made it to Nashville when we got stuck in traffic. While stuck in traffic, we had a close call with another driver. They were not paying attention and crashed into the lane right beside us. Everyone was okay, but that had also cost us another hour. We had finally gotten through all the traffic and crossed into Kentucky. We made it on time for late check-in to the hotel. We got settled in for the night and got ready for day one of practice. Wake-up call at 5 a.m. comes very early the next morning, and we get hit with the first problem of the tournament. It was storming pretty badly and thundering and lightning, and had no signs of letting up anytime soon. We had planned on having 2 days of practice to get ready for this tournament. With the first day being shot, we decided to stay in the room, get some extra rest, and do a little bit of homework. We tried to stay positive and went out for day 2 of practice, and we found the fish that we thought would get us a good start to the tournament. Little did we know that was the turning point on this trip. We left the water that day feeling confident and headed to the pre-tournament meeting. Day 1 of the tournament rolls around, and we were boat number 72 out of 248 that morning. We knew that we had to make today count because we would be getting a late boat number for day 2. We went to the spot that we had found and stayed there all day. We honestly could not have asked for a better day. We went to weigh in that day with 5 fish for 21 pounds and 13 ounces. That was good enough to put us in 3rd place after the first day. We thought to ourselves, we're in a good position and we just have to finish tomorrow. Day 2 of the tournament comes around, and as we expected, we were one of the last boats to leave that morning. Also, the conditions had changed drastically. With winds that gust up to 45 miles per hour and cold temperatures, that had us weary going into that day. We made the changes that we thought would help us combat the conditions. After everything we had overcome to get where we were, we went for it all and left everything on the water that day. We only caught 5 fish that whole day, and we honestly did not think they were the right 5. So we come to weigh-ins thinking that we just lost our chance. We stood in line to weigh in our fish. We kept hearing everyone say how everyone had the same problem that we had. They had only caught 3 or 4 fish, so that really boosted our confidence. It came to our turn to weigh in, and we had 18 pounds and 4 ounces, putting us in the lead. With 60 boats left to weigh in, the anticipation was killing us. Waiting around, seeing people come in with weights that were very similar and close to taking the lead. When the last boat came to weigh in, the anticipation had already gotten the best of us. They weighed in 19 pounds and 2 ounces, and we had assured that was enough to take the lead for the 2-day total weight. They had fallen short by 0.2 of an ounce, though. And that was it. We had won our first college tournament and qualified for the national championship. After all the trials and tribulations that we went through that week to get to where we are, we never gave up and we made it happen. It was a feeling like no other, up on that stage holding up the trophies that we had busted our butts for. We had left everything on the water, and for that 10 minutes of fame on that stage, being congratulated and feeling like we're on top of the world, we can tell this story 1,000 times and never completely get over the feeling that of being on top. And at the end of the day, after everything that had led up to that defining moment, we left everything on the water.